rock, boys.
To be heads or tails, I say no way, try again another day. I should be happy, not tipping the scales. I just won't play, letting my life get away. I'm no fool, no, I'm not a follower. I don't take things as they come, if they bring me down. Life can be cruel if you're a dreamer. I just wanna have some fun, don't tell me what can't be done. You know you like it but it drives you insane. You know you like it but it drives you insane. You know you like it but you're scared of the shame. What you want, what you gonna do? You know you like it but it drives you insane. Only because you know that you wanna feel the same. You know you like it but it drives you insane. What you want, what you gonna do?
What a workout, guys. You know, I hear all the time people saying like, oh, the online coaching space, it's saturated, or it's gonna pop one day, or it's a bubble. But really, bro, we're just now entering a new era. The world is changing right before our eyes. The way we work, the way we live, the way society just operates, everything is shifting. 99% of people are honestly gonna miss out on like this opportunity of social media right in front of us, right? And like, I get that every single day and every single week, more and more people are getting on social media and it's getting harder and harder. But like, that's the thing, is like, if you wait any longer, it's just gonna be harder and harder to gain a spot on social media. And so it's like, again, as I said in the last video, having a digital social status is gonna be the most important asset to build if you want to live a really good life in this generation. And if you don't start building it now, then you are gonna lose out big time. And the competition is only gonna get stronger and stronger, so you need to start now. And you may say, well, start what, Ryan? It's simple. You see people each and every single day. You've literally seen me do this. Make multiple six figures a year just by getting in shape. Now, the sad thing about this all is most people aren't gonna take advantage of this. Right now, we are facing another pandemic, and it's called broke bodybuilder syndrome. It's where there is many in shape people out there who are still broke. And in my personal opinion, if you have six-pack abs, then you can make a six-figure income, because literally that's how my life changed. I got six-pack abs, and I started to generate a six-figure income. Matter of fact, last month I did half a six-figure income. We get $50,000 in a month with online coaching. It's insane. And I know so many, I know dozens, and I even work with dozens of fitness coaches doing $10,000 a month. That's over six figures a year. And all of these guys, they're 18, they're 19, they're 20, they're 21, they're young, they have zero college degree, some of them haven't even graduated high school, and they quote unquote have no credibility, no personal training license. And that's the truth about things, man. If you got muscles, if you're in shape, and you got that mindset, you've transformed yourself physically and mentally, then you also have the ability to make a shit ton of money. Believe it or not, I'm not just sitting here trying to say this. I am trying to get you to understand that right in front of you right now is one of the largest opportunities there really is. How would it feel to put yourself in a position to make money doing what you love? And by the end of this video today, I'm gonna share with you exactly how I was able to turn my physique into a $500,000 a year business at 21 years old within literally 2 years of starting it. Miami, man. And moved to Miami at 21 and buy a Corvette and a Rolex, and I'm actually going on a $10,000 Hawaii vacation next week. And I don't say any of that to flex. I don't care about the money. I really don't. I literally spend all my money on other people because other people are what I love. But it still just goes to show, I'm not special, man. All I did is I saw the vehicle opportunity there was, and I hopped in that vehicle. I saw other people making a lot of money just by getting in shape, and I said to myself, I'm not good at school. I'm not good at drop shipping. I'm not good at whatever the fuck, but I am good at getting in shape, and that's what I like. So let me put myself in that vehicle. And look what happened. But ladies and gentlemen, listen very closely to the next 5 steps I'm gonna lay out inside of this video, because if you miss or misunderstand a single one of them, it's gonna be next to like virtually impossible for you to make this social media, online fitness coaching game work out in your favor. Because you're not the only person trying to make this work out. There's hundreds of other people watching this video right now who are gonna listen and implement better than you, if you don't implement better than them, if that makes sense. So make sure you listen closely and take massive action after this video if you want to crush the competition, because in just a couple years from now, you could be driving in your dream car in Miami, about to go on a dream vacation to Hawaii for your 22nd birthday with a beautiful Russian chick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the video. Okay, so couple things we're gonna cover inside of this video. Number one is gonna be why you need to become as fuckable as possible in your 20s. Now, last video I talked about this a little, but I want to touch on the importance of becoming as fuckable as possible once again, which literally just means getting in shape. So if you are in shape, I'm going to break that down for you and why you need to do it. If you're already in shape, well, then you have that section covered. The second part of this video is how to set up an aesthetic Instagram and start posting content online to build yourself a personal brand that can generate you a 6-figure income. And number 3, which is really important, is how to identify your strong suit in life. It's insanely important to understand what like your natural gifted ability is so you can focus in on that. You know, I believe my natural gifted ability is just coaching, being able to shift thoughts and beliefs, right? And so I focus a lot on just presenting my coaching ability inside of my content, inside of my business, and so on. You know, when I was just doing only fitness coaching, I never even uploaded like a training video. I never even uploaded like a meal plan or dieting video, because that wasn't my strong suit. My strong suit was inspiring people and then shifting their thoughts and beliefs. And that's why I blew up so quick, because I understood my strong suit. And if you want to blow up quickly, catch momentum, and then hold momentum, you need to identify your natural gifted ability, AKA your strong suit. Number 4, how to actually build a coaching program you can sell for thousands of dollars. Not just $250 a month, not just $300 a month, like one that you can get paid in full for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 per client on a 1-hour sales call with less than like an hour of work a week, realistically less than like 20 minutes of work a week actually on each individual client. And number 5, how to attract fitness coaching clients you can close on a 4-figure deal. And guys, before we start, I need you to ask yourself something. And I need you to be 100% honest with yourself. Look, if you are in shape, why are you not making money from it? Seriously. And more importantly, ask yourself, why are you tolerating working for somebody else when every single time you look in the mirror, you have a 6-figure income looking back at you? And even more than that, you have financial freedom. You have ultimate freedom at the end of the day. You have purpose. It's just like, bro, you spent all this time being consistent, being disciplined to achieve this amazing body, but you can't take that same skill set and apply it to achieving amazing life. That's what I always thought. I got in amazing shape, but then I was like, wait a minute. I need to bodybuild my life as well. I need to get my life in shape as well. You know, being in shape, it's the most important. I would way rather be in shape than be rich. I like being both. But if I had a choice, I'd way rather be in shape than be rich. But you can have both is the amazing thing, right? And I need you to understand 2 things. Number 1, when you walk around on a day-to-day basis, look at all of these people who are consistent yet not making progress. They have no clue what the fuck they're doing. They show up to the gym every single day. They try to eat healthy. And every single week that goes by, they're just disappointing themselves because they look in the mirror and they look the same. And it's up to you to help those people out. And that's number 2. It's your purpose as a man to become a man you admire and give him to the world. If you want to feel purposeful, that's exactly what you need to do. Become a man you admire and give him to the world. Because as soon as you become a man you admire, you love yourself, right? You've self-improved yourself to a point where now you're at, let's say, baseline. There's none of that bullshit holding you back anymore. And the next step is giving that man to the world to make this world a better place. And I'm telling you right now, when you lay your head on the pillow at night, it's an amazing feeling to know that you changed somebody's life today. And now that I'm talking to all the serious people who know this is their calling in life, let's go to the whiteboard and talk about getting in shape, but also why you need to become as fuckable as possible in your 20s. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna talk about getting in shape. More importantly, why you need to get in shape. If you're watching this, I'm sure you're in somewhat good shape, but what's gonna give you that driving factor to really take it to that next level? Because being in average shape, it's not that hard. But if you wanna build a badass physique to truly grab people's attention, to drive views to your social media so you can blow up your online fitness coaching business, you gotta have a strong why behind why you're gonna push through that cardio, through that hunger, through those days you feel like you're struggling. And I'll tell you right now if my marker will work. So getting in shape is the fountain of wealth, and I want you to understand that. And let me give you a story. And this just happened 2 hours ago. This is a screenshot right here of a $4,000 Zelle payment that was just sent to me for fitness coaching. Jacob, I hopped on the call with him. He's a millionaire. He's 26 years old. He's like, my net worth is over $1 million. I make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, but I just got divorced and I look like shit and I need help. He makes a shit ton of money, but literally exactly what he said in that call is, look man, I got all this money. I got the Raptor, right? I blew 200,000 in Vegas, blah, 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 blah. But I still don't like the way I look in the mirror. I still don't like how I think about how my kid looks at me. And I still don't have that confidence to go up and talk to that woman that I find hot. And being out of shape held him down for so long. He started developing a drinking addiction and stuff like this, and so on. And it just snapped inside his brain like, dude, I gotta get in shape. I may have quote unquote wealth, but realistically I actually don't have real wealth. Real wealth is right here. You know why? Because in order to look like this right here needs to be fucking aligned and fucking straight. So if you look in the mirror and you don't see an admirable man staring back at you, then you aren't going to be talking to yourself like an admirable man would be talking to himself. If you look like the man, you will speak to yourself like the man, and that is so important. I just went 3 for 3. What does that mean? I had 3 sales calls. I closed each and every single one. I made $6,000 a day. You know why? Because I became the man today. I looked in the mirror, I'm like, fuck yeah, I look great. Boom, I hopped on these calls, and I showed up as the motherfucking man. That confidence, that conviction is exactly what you need. You may say, well, I'm not taking sales calls yet. It doesn't matter. You still show up at work every single day. You still show up for those girls or your girlfriend or your friends, or you show up online on social media. It depends how you fucking show up. And if you don't show up like a badass man, you're not gonna get badass results. That's why getting in shape is the fountain of youth. I meant the fountain of wealth, not the fountain of youth, the fountain of wealth. And now I need you to understand one more thing, okay? Ingrain this inside of your mind. Discipline. Discipline equals currency. Discipline is how you make money. Discipline is how you're gonna get paid. Discipline is how you're gonna put food in your family's mouth. It's how you're gonna retire your parents. It's how you're gonna take that girl on dream vacations, drive your dream car, whatever it may be. It's discipline. And so whatever bullshit excuses you have for why you can't do X, Y, and Z, overcome them and realize that those are your exact gifts from God. Those battles you have to overcome, those struggles you are facing, those are gifts from God. And if you go through them with discipline, doing what you know you need to do even when you don't feel like doing it, and every single fiber in your body is telling you don't do it, but you do it either way, then you create currency. Why? Because when it comes to selling fitness coaching, when it comes to just selling yourself, fuck all of that, matter of fact. When it comes to selling yourself, you sell yourself based on proof. And when you are a walking testament to your proof of discipline, to your proof of integrity, to your proof of your ability to overcome struggles, challenges, adversity, your own negative self-talk, then nobody can negotiate with that. You're the fucking man. And no matter what you say, other people will listen because you're a walking testament of what you preach. And when you practice what you preach to a high level, again, they can't negotiate with that. They either can stay ignorant and say, you know what, this guy, he's just egotistical. All he cares about is how he looks. Or they can tell themselves the truth. And the truth is that getting in shape as a man is the highest priority. Because if you don't look like the man, you fucking aren't the man. So the proof that you are able to go from X all the way to Y, whatever it may be, A to Z, I don't care. The proof that you are able to transform, walk the walk and not just talk it, and practice what you preach, that right there is how you get paid. And if you have the proof, if you look in the mirror and you have the proof, then there is not a single reason for you to not have cash, a lot of cash, in your pocket. There's not a reason at all. There would simply just be limiting beliefs and excuses holding you back. And so if you're still watching because you know what I'm saying is applicable to your life, then let's get to step number 2. And that's how you're gonna separate yourself from everybody else that is trying to make this work. Because there's other people who want the spot you want. And the last thing I want for you is to not conquer it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, step number 2 is to start posting and to set up your aesthetic Instagram profile. And I want you to think about it this way. Years ago, decades ago, what people used to do in order to get paid is they would create a resume and they would hand the resume in to an employer. And the resume would talk about, who they are, what are their accomplishments, what degrees maybe they have, and so on. And the employer would take a look at the resume and ask themselves, okay, do I want to hire this person or not? And they would take a look at all the other resumes, look at this person, that person, look at the competition, ask themselves, hey, what is the best person to hire for this position? Now, when it comes to generating your own clients, that's not how it works. What you're gonna need is a digital social status. That's your resume, is your digital social status. How do you appear online, right? Your Instagram is literally your resume to make money, and that's why you need to start posting and to set it up properly so that when people are looking at your social media page and his social media page and the other guy's social media page, yours is the one that stands out and conquers the money that client has. And this is really crucial because this is where most fall short. Most people are in shape, they're disciplined, but their Instagram just look like everybody else is out there. Just some random selfies, some low quality content that people could find anywhere. No real value in sight, and that is a big problem. Because your Instagram, it's your brand. And your brand is what makes money. Not because you say you're an online fitness coach. That's not why you make money. You make money because of your brand. Now, what does a brand mean? A brand is the feeling you're selling somebody. It's the self-identity you're giving to your audience that they can step into, and that their emotional experience of life, because that's all life is an emotional experience, that can become better because of your brand, because of your impact you have on people. And so yeah, your brand needs to, communicate credibility, authority, trust, education, all within a couple of minutes of them looking through it. But most importantly, it must sell an emotion and it must shift their self-identity. If I gave you these sunglasses right here, I said, hey brother, these are $1,000. Would you buy these right now for $1,000? No, they're junk pieces of plastic. You're not gonna buy these for $1,000. They're made for 50 cents. Why would you buy them for $1,000, right? But now look at it this way. I gave you these sunglasses right here. You put them on, right? And you wore them for an entire week. I said, go ahead, wear these for an entire week, then come back. The first day you wear these glasses, you get a compliment from a hot chick, the hottest chick you've ever seen. She compliments you, hey, I really like the sunglasses. Where did you get them? Oh, I got them from here. Maybe you get her phone number or something, but you get a nice compliment, which you rarely ever get. Day number 2, because you're in car sales, you sell 7 cars, 4 more than you've ever sold before, right? Day number 3, somebody opens the door for you. It's been a long time since somebody has opened the door for you, right? Day number 4, you get a raise at work. Your boss is just really liking your energy. Because you got the compliment earlier week, people are treating you nicer. Now your boss is gonna give you a raise because he likes you more, right? Now you come back after wearing these sunglasses, for a week, and I take them from you. And I say to you, would you now like to buy the sunglasses for $1,000? And even though it's still a hefty price tag for some junk pieces of glass, plastic, you're gonna say to yourself, actually that $1,000 price tag, it's really not a bad price for how it changes my emotional experience of life and my self-identity. That's exactly what your brand needs to give people. You need to give them the sunglasses to wear so that they see a benefit from you. And so now we're gonna jump into my Instagram profile, and I'm gonna break down step by step exactly what I'm doing here to generate tens of thousands of dollars. Not every month, every single week. So when we come to my Instagram profile, you can see number one, I have a high quality photo. No low quality photo, no mirror photo, a high quality photo that instantly communicates that I'm fucking badass, that I'm in shape, that I can clearly achieve a great result with what I'm preaching and also what I'm selling, right? A badass physique, a badass life. Then you come over to my bio right here. It says live a badass life. That's my mission statement. That should be the first line because that's the first line somebody's gonna read, and it should instantly communicate either what is your offer or what is your mission statement, either one or the other. And I like to sell an emotion inside of this first headline, right? I like to sell an idea. Then line number two, I tell them exactly how to reach out to me if they're interested in something. DM me PR for one-on-one mentorship or one-on-one coaching, right? And I let them know that right away, so I instantly ingrain that I am here to sell something, not to be their buddy. You may be just starting out, but get that line inside of your bio right now, because the last thing you want to do is attract an audience of buddies and not buyers. And the third line right here is a call to action line. Escape and live a badass life. The reason I put that right there is because I'm driving them to long form YouTube. And what is that exactly doing? It's increasing the amount of watch time each and every single follower has. And that's super important, right? You're gonna struggle to make sales online if you don't have enough consumable content. So what you wanna do is bring people in from the Instagram and then drive them to YouTube as fast as possible and get them to subscribe to you. Now going on to your story highlights right here. These aren't just highlight reels that you just throw up. These are weapons for conquering clients. Let me break it down. As you can see right here, I have results. I have business results. I have information about my coaching. I have more coaching results. I have full client breakdowns. I show how I've waken up at 5 a.m. for 6 months straight. I show my prep journey. I share my journey. I share my travel. And what this is doing right here is allowing somebody to consume a lot of my content so they understand who I am, what do I do, why do I do it, and also how do I do it. Those are the 4 secrets to marketing yourself and your coaching. Clearly communicate who are you, what are you doing in life and for people, your clients, why are you doing this, and also how are you doing it. And then when it comes to your feed, it's gotta be consistent, it's gotta be branded. Each and every single post should have a purpose behind it. You should have value post, education post, lifestyle post, personal lessons. We got client results right down here. And what you gotta be doing is just evoking the same emotion consistently. So when they click on all of your posts, they feel this general line of kind of emotion that you're driving them down, and that's what creates that branded feeling. Right? As they watch your content each and every single day, and as they come through your ecosystem of content and they consume it all, they start to get the feel for really just who you are. What is your brand? And over time, they start to buy into that feeling. And so here's the key. Stop just posting for views all of the time and start posting for conversations. Speak to the guy who's just silently watching you. Call him out. Speak to the people who, they want the results, but they're just not exactly sure what to do next. Because those are the people who are gonna become your 3 to 5K paid in full clients. And so I want you to write this down and remember this. Speak to your future clients, not your gym buddies. Don't speak to your audience on how you think they want to be spoken to. Speak to your future clients. Because that one shift alone, and I've made that personally, can take you from being a content creator to a multi-6-figure coach. Now let's move on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is step number 3. And this is identifying your strong points. And this is extremely important because this is where you go from being average to being absolutely badass and finding your edge. If you don't know your edge, then you're going to struggle to really play into what makes you different, what makes you unique, and also what is special about you. And people don't pay for a generalist. They don't. They pay for a specialist. They pay for somebody who is really good at what he does. And so you got to define what you're really good at doing so you can focus in on it and build awareness around that. Hey, bro, I'm really good at doing this. Showcase that. Build awareness around it. Embody what you talk about too. If you say you're doing this, make sure you fucking embody it. Sometimes I see people just have these random offers, this random content that they don't embody. And you must embody what your edge is, what makes you unique, special, and valuable. And so this is the question you ask yourself. What is your angle, right? Is your angle being aesthetic? Is your angle being inspirational? Is your angle being motivational? Is your angle pissing people off a little? Is your angle test maxing? Is your angle becoming badass? What's your angle, man? You gotta define that. And then repetitively build awareness around what your angle is. Because over time, those repetitions will become ingrained inside of somebody's mind, right? And then once your angle is ingrained inside of somebody's mind, they understand it. So pick a lane and dominate it. And market it like it's the only option you have. Like you have to make it work out. Because the truth is, it doesn't matter what lane you pick. It matters that you pick a lane and you stick to it and you make it work until it works. Once your audience has extreme clarity on that lane, that's when they become buyers. Because clarity in your offer equals confidence in your buyer. And now we're about to go on to step number 4, where we're gonna take that clarity and turn it into an offer that sells itself for ease. Back to the computer. We aren't just building any generic fitness coaching where we're selling the meal plans, training programs, and accountability. No, we're selling a life transformational coaching service. So this is the make or break of your success. And as you can see here, I broke it down so simple for you to understand because you don't have to overcomplicate it. It's so simple. Because here's the thing, you can post good content, get people DMing you, but if you don't have a good offer, you're going to send them an offer that never gets replies to. And that is an issue. You can't sell a $3,000 program if it feels, if it looks, and it sounds like everybody else's. Because now they're just thinking price-based versus value-based. And if you simply understand the supply and demand chart, the less supply, the more demand. And so when you position your coaching offer in a way where it can't be found anywhere else because it sounds drastically different, it feels drastically different, it looks drastically different, then they're going to sit there and be like, I can't find this anywhere else. This is the only place I can find it. And that's when you can put that $3,000, $4,000 price tag on it because it's a one-of-one program. It's a one-on-one service, right? It's not like everybody else's because, again, then they'll just look at who's the cheapest, right? So here's how you build a premium offer that can command $3,000 to $5,000 PIFs on demand. First, got to give it structure, okay? Define the timeline it takes to make this transformation, right? Is it 4 months? Is it 5 months? Is it 6 months? You want to define exactly how long it's going to take somebody to go from A all the way to Z. Because with that, now you can actually build out your program in a way to help them do that, right? If not, then the first month, they're going to get all of it. And then month 2, there's nothing. There's month 3, there's nothing. It's just accountability from there. But how can you continue working clients up, right? So there's actually a reason for them to invest, into a coaching program for 6 months. First, hey, let me just take it month to month. Look, bro, the minimum time frame is 6 months on this program because of X, Y, and Z, right? That's how you can command that paid in full for 6 months. So have a fixed timeline. Don't leave it open-ended, right? You start here. This is the series of events, and you end right here. It's really important to understand. Second, outline the deliverables. What are they actually getting? Are they getting weekly check-ins? Are they getting personalized macros, custom training programs, mindset audits? Be specific with exactly what they're getting. Now they're going to get the regular, fitness, nutrition stuff, but what else are they going to get? And it's super simple. What has helped you make your transformation over the past couple of years? right? You may say to yourself, well, my morning journaling didn't help me get in shape, but it helped you stay disciplined, but it helped you stay consistent, but it helped you do this, that, and the third, which helped you get in shape. You may say to yourself, that audiobook I listened to that 1 week where I was really struggling that helped me out isn't going to be applicable for my clients trying to get in shape. But yes, it is, right? When I was building out my fitness coaching program, I took a look at everything I did to achieve my result, not just macro wise, not just fitness wise, but deep down. What were the audiobooks? What was my morning journaling process? What were the affirmations? What was the mindset, man? And then guess what I did? I turned that all into deliverables for my clients. And third, give it a container, right? So where are you going to actually place this stuff where when they get in, they're now inside of that container and they can consume all that? Got a couple different options. It can be a Notion dashboard. It can be a school community. It can even just be a Google Drive folder with the built-in systems. Just something tangible. That's where you're going to take all your tools, your resources, your paid content and put it inside of something tangible so that, you can be like, hey, bro, this is right here what you're going to get. Once you buy in, I'm going to share this with you, and you're going to have instant access to everything you need to make this transformation. It's really important. Number 4, define the transformation. Don't just say, hey, we'll help you get in shape. Don't just say, I'm going to help you lose 10 to 15% of your body fat. Don't just have it be simple, man. Say, I'm going to help you build a Greek god physique, even with bad genetics. And I promise you, this will be the last coaching program you ever need. Our mission here is to make you so good you could start your own coaching business. Now, that's not something you have to put on your Instagram or, inside of the offer and stuff like that. If you do a video sales or something. But I'm just saying, it's really important to define the transformation you're going to help somebody get to, a deeper extent. All right. Something I use all the time is I would tell people, and I still tell people this. I'm like, bro, this is going to be the last coaching program you will ever need. After these 6 months, I'm not here to keep you on a hamster wheel. I'm here to transform you, make sure you understand everything to a deep level so that after those 6 months, you can continue making progress without my help. Because I don't want to keep you on a regular hamster wheel like most coaches. I want to help you out, and I want to make you so good that you don't need my help and that you can go help other men. Does that sound valuable? Hell yeah, that sounds valuable. You got to fucking sell the transformation, man, right? Really define it, really sell it, and speak it with confidence. Because remember, clarity equals sales. If you aren't clear on the structure, on the timeline of events, right? What does it take to go from A to Z? If you aren't clear on your deliverables, what exactly are people getting? Then you can't clearly translate that through your content, but especially through sales calls with clients. If you aren't clear on how you're actually delivering it, what container you're putting it in, and how they can easily consume it and easily implement it into life, no clarity once again. And fourth, again, if you can't clearly define the transformation that's going to really speak to somebody on a deep level, then you're not going to get sales. Clarity equals sales. If your program is vague, people are going to get confused and never take action. If it's clear, structured, and also outcome-driven, people buy fast. Big point of sales. People buy the outcome. People buy the vacation. They don't buy the how. If somebody's trying to get in shape, they don't want to know how fucking much it takes and look at the whole meal plan, the whole training program, bro. They just want you to say, hey, bro, look, it's super easy. I'm going to put it like this. This is how long it takes. This is step-by-step how it's going to happen. Here's the transformation you're going to have. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Awesome. So by the end of the 6 months, here's exactly what you're going to achieve. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. That sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. Boom, people just buy. It's just so clear to them, right? Again, the only reason people don't buy is because they have unanswered questions, right? And so with clarity, you overcome unanswered questions. That's it. So the more clear you are on your program, exactly what it is, exactly how it works, all of these different things, and the more clearly you can actually translate it to people. That's most important. I love this one quote by Kanye West. He's like, I love some of the Gaga songs. He was like, Lady Gaga is the creative director of Polaroid. And even though I love some of the Gaga songs, what the fuck does she know about cameras? And he was just explaining how even though Lady Gaga knows nothing about Polaroids, she was able to clearly communicate it to her audience, and that's why her audience would buy Polaroids. it's all about your clarity of communication. But you as a coach, it's for you to understand exactly how this program works, for you to be able to clearly communicate it, not only through your content, but also to your sales calls. And this is also really important for client success. They need to understand how it works to achieve the best result possible. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on to step number 5. All right, and back to the whiteboard. So for step number 5, we're gonna take everything we went through in this video and actually wrap it up in a way where now you're actually gonna start generating that money. This is where you go from having just the aesthetic Instagram that looks cool and it looks like you're making money to actually making the money. This is where you overcome that broke bodybuilder syndrome, and it's super simple. It's super simple. It's literally just reaching out and closing. That's it. So this is the reach out plus close phase of all of this. Now what this exactly means is actually building that relationship with that person online. So you can have a conversation, get them on a call, and close them. See, a lot of people just expect people to just reach out and be like, yo, I want fitness coaching, which yes, it will happen. But the easiest way to start getting cash in your pocket today is just to reach out to people, especially if you have your Instagram set up right, you have your bio set up right, you have an irresistible offer, and you can communicate that well. As long as they see that, and then you build the bridge between you and him, you reach out, and then you go for the close, you can get cash in your pocket each and every single day. Some people try to tell you and make it seem like, oh, I just get inbound. The people who are making mad money, they are reaching out to people. And it doesn't just have to mean, hey, you're just reaching out, sending them a text. It can mean you're dropping them a follow, you're dropping a like, you're dropping a comment on their page, whatever it may be, just to start a conversation. That's all you have to be doing online, because where does money come from? It comes from other people. So you need to build relationships and nurture relationships in order to make money. So if you do this one thing each and every single day, gotta get this marker to get some ink. Start conversations. You will make money, because conversations is what leads to making money. So once again, this can be just reaching out to followers. Simple, hey man, how's it going? Hey man, why'd you follow me? I'm just curious. It can be as simple as dropping a like, dropping a comment, dropping a follow. Anything to just spark a conversation. That's all you need to do. And guys, it's so simple. It's like, think about how you have a regular conversation when you meet somebody. Hey man, nice to meet you. Where are you from? What's your name? Right? What do you do for work? You're just asking some general questions to build some rapport with who this individual is, so you understand. You do the same in the DMs. You reach out to the people who are following you, right? Maybe you drop them a like, drop them a comment, drop them a follow, or just send them a text, right? And then what do you do from there? You get them to reply. Once they reply, then you start asking some questions. Where are you from? You know, what do you do for work? Oh, cool. Are you working towards any fitness goals at the moment? Just say like that. Yeah, I'm working towards this right now. Oh, you know, how's that fitness goal going for you? Either it's going great, right? Or, you know, it's not really going well. Oh, bro, why is it not going super well? Because of this, that, and the third. Is that a struggle right there? Yeah, that's a struggle right there. Okay. Well, would you like some guidance on that? I would love some guidance on that. Well, look, here's what we can do, man. I've overcame that struggle. I've helped other people overcome that struggle. Let's get on a call, see if I can't help you out. Boom, you go for the close, right? It sounds super simple, because it is really simple. When it comes to actually doing it, just don't overcomplicate it, I'm telling you. And the most important aspect to this, just keep it short, keep it casual, and just let the conversation flow naturally. If you can't let it flow naturally, it's because you don't have confidence and conviction in your program. So once you get on the call, the same thing. Let it flow, just naturally. Like, don't try to do anything insane. When I take sales calls, bro, I'm not trying to read the right questions out there. I'm just sitting there letting it flow, being casual, keeping it light. It's as simple as that, because to sell, all you have to do is get people to like and trust you. And to get people to like you, you be yourself. And to get people to trust you, you also just be yourself. So just be yourself and connect with people. And as long as you have a skill set, right? Once you drop the price, and you especially say it with confidence, it's going to be pretty hard for them not to want to buy if they truly have a struggle that you can help them out with. Because if you followed every single step so far, right, then you truly are the product of what you're selling. Like, you embody it to the highest extent. So they see your value, they see the outcome, and they want it. And that's why they would buy. And the only thing left would be your certainty. your certainty and your ability to make a transformation. And sometimes it's crazy to me because, people don't have certainty in helping other people make transformations, but you've made a transformation yourself, right? So if you don't have certainty in your ability to make a transformation for somebody else, then reflect back on the transformation you have made and actually start telling yourself a good story. You've lived a good story, but are you actually telling yourself a good story is the most important aspect. Once you start telling yourself a good story, you will have certainty. And here's a mental tip that I used to always do before calls when I was kind of struggling with that certainty. I would take a look at my life. I would take a look at what I've overcame and where I got to, and I'd be like, you know what? Ryan, you are the man. And I can help this person out. And I know this person will benefit so much from my coaching, more than I would benefit from the money he's going to pay me. That gave me the upper hand, but it also gave me the certainty on the call, and that's extremely important for the energy of the call. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is really all there is to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, now you got the entire blueprint laid out for you on how to get rich if you're jacked. Once again, number one, get in shape, man. Of course, get in shape, but also why you need to get in shape. All right, that's gonna be the product. Number two, build that storefront. Build your digital resume, because that's how you're gonna get paid. That's your Instagram. Number three, find your edge. Because if you don't know your edge, then you can't really lean into, what's going to make you special, stand out, and, valuable online, and your competition's going to outcompete you. We can't have that happen, all right? Number four, build the program the right way. It's the biggest thing is just build a good program. It's really important. Don't just have a generic fitness coaching program. Like, build a good program. Now, one reminder, if you're just starting out, a business makes money. Make the money, gotta do the whole fulfillment, but make the money, and from there focus on fulfillment. But make sure you actually tailor the way you pitch your program the right way. That's most important. So it doesn't just sound like they're getting accountability, they're understanding, okay, this is the transformation. And number five, reach out, qualify, and close each and every single day, right? You'll be getting inbounds if you follow the system properly, so people actually reaching out to you, but there's no harm in actually reaching out to people, right? Building relationships and nurturing those relationships to hop on calls with people. It's actually a very powerful resource that a lot of people, sleep on, underestimate because they think there's something wrong with it, but you're just sitting on top of a lot of cash by not doing it. So that's the point of this video where, you got a couple options. For most of you, option number one, take what I've laid out in this video and hopefully, run with it, right? And hopefully it will help you out, right? Improve some business, see some results from it. That's why I make these videos. But option number two, if you feel like you're the person in that right spot where it's time to, make sure you guarantee your success and, personally just work with me one-on-one and join the community of men we all have inside of PR Accelerator. That's what our mentorship's called. So PR Accelerator is going to help anybody accelerate their growth as an online fitness coach. We got a program for people going from 0 to 10K and a program for people going to from $10,000 to $30,000 a month as an online fitness coach. And if you're an action taker and you want to make it happen quick and you're ready to take action, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below where you can book a call with me and get you on the program, get you on the team, get you inside of the community of men. If you're an action taker ready to take action, I like to only work with those types of people, action takers, so don't BS around if that ain't you. But other than that, I make these videos to help you guys, make your first couple dollars online, your first couple thousand. Hope to even see some of you make your first 10,000. That would be, awesome, right? But yeah, if you are that specific action taker, check out the link below. Would love to see you on a call. But other than that, it's time to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it valuable. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next. Peace.